All right, so we fully cycled the hydraulics, got the air out of the system. This tractor was a little low on hydraulic oil. Before we started, it was at about the add line. Now that we've got oil in this whole system, the cylinders were dry, the hoses were dry. We've got them all loaded here, and we are fresh out of hydraulic oil. So we'll go ahead and get some oil into this. We're gonna grease it, and then we're going to take this blade off of the tractor so that we can have it ready for tillage. Actually, we'll probably leave it blade on for a couple days, right? Huh?
I don't care.
Yeah, you can push some dirt with it, you know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Show these dozer boys how to push dirt with a wheeled machine. So, all right, why don't you get hydraulic oil going in, and then one of you can put zip ties on it, and I'm gonna run a grease gun around all these grease points. All right, we are just about done with this blade. They come with these extensions to put on the outsides to kind of cope it in a little bit, and we figured we would try. They'll probably get all bent up, but we're gonna give it a try. So what do you think, Sarah?
I don't know. Yeah, I see that.
All right, you got all them tight?
Should be.
Even this bottom one?
Well,
Yeah. All right, so we ran a grease gun around it. Tractor held about 16 gallons of oil. And we're gonna go ahead and roll this outside so that they can get this other telehandler out. You can go ahead and back her on out.
Oh boy.
Video here is we'll end up getting a weight of this tractor with everything on it. Actually, we don't have everything on it yet. We have the well, that blade ends up being about 13 foot, 12 foot off the ground. We'll end up weighing this here in the morning. We've got to get some guardrails off of the scale, and then that'll be it for this video, right?
Yeah.
A little squirrely, isn't it?
I'm just too short.
Too short.
Yeah, I adjusted to be properly.
Oh. Alright, well, that'll give you an idea what that looks like on that blade. The top of that damn thing's about 12 foot off the ground. So, yeah. Well, we are into the next day, and we're going to finish up this video on this 9620. I had said that we were going to change the oil on this, and Nate has just got done doing that here now. All new filters on it. Hydraulic and transmission filter got put on it last week. And now he's just running a grease gun around everything. There was a zerk or two broke off on, what'd you have, steering cylinder or something?
Yep.
So he's getting fresh grease installed. We have the dual hubs coming for this. Just gonna take us a little while to get those. I don't know if I talked about that or not, but at any rate, yeah, we're getting 10-inch dual hubs that were supposed to be included with this tractor, and they were not. I had talked to the dealership that I got this from, and they didn't know nothing about those dual hubs. They do now. And there is another tractor just like this down at their dealership, and they're gonna have to find the dual hubs for it. So Nate's gonna roll this out of the shop here in a little bit, and we're gonna take it up, throw it on the scale. Christian has removed the guardrails from the scale. That's gonna allow us to be able to get on and weigh the front axle and then weigh the whole tractor. However, we do have some weight, some more weight that we're gonna put onto this once we get the tires switched around. I don't know if I talked about that either, but there's more rubber on the duals than there are the inner tires. So we're gonna have McLaughlin's tires switch the inners with the outers. There's a new one on this position here. They had a couple of these tractors for sale, 3 or 4 of them. The one that got sold before this one, the guy agreed to taking it. That one had a bad tire on it, and they took the dual and tire from this one because this one wasn't sold yet, and then they had to get a new tire for this. These tires are, if I remember, they're like $4,500 a piece. I wanted the old one because they said there was a sidewall injury to it, and I think we could have had a guy fix it, and then I would have had a spare for when this gets run into the bunk wall. So we're gonna roll this up to the scale here in a little bit of a minute, and we'll get you the weight numbers as to what it weighs right now, and then we'll be able to just very quickly estimate out what it's going to weigh with the weights that are on the ground. I've got 8 450s and 2 180s left to go on here. I do need to do another video on why we bought this particular silage blade. I was going to talk about it in this video, but I'm going to talk about it in a future video. We need to talk about that, and we need to clear some things up on why we have added so much weight to this tractor. It's really not that much weight, but I'm going to clarify as to why we did that in a video here all by itself. Might take me a little while to do it. I might wait till we get all the weight on here. Right, Nathan?
That's right.
My thought of the day is heavy and wide.
Heavy and wide?
Heavy and wide. Yep. Ride the wave, baby. Ride the wave.
Mine's light and narrow.
And light and narrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Heavy and wide, baby. She's heavy and she's wide. Got a big fat ass on her. Look at it, you know? Huh? Yeah. All right, he's gonna roll out here in a minute. Somebody was also concerned that this blade was gonna take out our headlights. Well, this blade goes straight up. It doesn't come back into the tractor. Well, the angle comes back a little bit, but not like the Dinglemans. All right, Nathan's gonna back this on out of here. He's gonna run it up to the scale. We'll get it weighed. One thing I want to do is I want to measure underneath this blade when it is all the way up. Now I had somebody say, oh, it's gonna hit the headlights. First off, there's a U-shaped piece that's away from the hood. We'll go ahead and measure. We are 56 inches off of the floor with the cutting edge. And then that blade's probably, I don't know, 10 foot off the ground. Anyways, 56. Oh, what are we for height there? I could probably put the blade down. 56 and about, the blade's 76 inches tall. It's 132 inches. Did I do the math right on that? I think I did. So we'll catch him outside. It's 11 foot. We'll catch him outside at the scale. We'll get a weight of what the front axle weighs. And then that'll include the blade. We were like 31.5 or something like that before the blade went on, and I forget what the rear, I forget what it grossed all together, but I'll have them numbers typed in here. All right, so Christian has pulled the guardrails down. I told him to only do one section. The scale's 75 foot long. There's 3 sections on there. And he took them off all the way down through. So the scale is minus 560. I'm gonna go down and zero that, so we don't have to do any backwards math. I should have looked earlier. All right, now we're zero. All right, so now he can get up on the scale there, and we can see what this weighs. To get my notes out here so I can put it in my notes. All right, so I have to, we are 44,560. That's the front end with the blade. That blade can't weigh 14,000 pounds, ain't no way. 44,560. We weighed 31,500 on the front before. So I'll put this in my notes here. Front with blade. 44,580, and then we're gonna get the whole thing. Minus the weights across the road. Complete. We are 62. $62,800. Complete 62,800. With rear weights, we were 4850. So we got front duals, front and rear duals, coming in with the blade at 62.8. And then we've got some more weight that we're gonna put on it yet here. We've got, don't you know, the scale kicked off, or the camera kicked off here, but we grossed 62,800. I'm repeating myself because I'm not sure if the camera recorded that to card. Front with the blade was 44,580. Now, just to make sure our math is working out here, he's gonna back the ass end on there so that we can get a weight of just the rear end by itself. We should be able to just do the math, but we'll do it this way anyways. Return, rear. Looks like he's hitting it pretty good. Well, what do you know? We're 18,000 pounds on the rear, 18,002. So it, with the split, it is exactly correct. 18,240. Well, all right, so we've got more weight to add to this. We've got dual spacer hubs to put on. And we've got eight 450-pound weights. That's 3,600. And two 180. So 36 and 360. So just shy of 4,000 pounds yet to put on this tractor for weight yet. So that'll ring in at about, I guess I'd have to figure out what exactly the duals weigh. We've got that number here somewhere. So starting to spit snow a little bit here. And that is going to do it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching. And we'll catch you at the next one. I'm sure if my math that I was doing was wrong, you guys will have corrected me. We weighed tires individually here the other day when we put them on. And we weighed them individually. I've just got to get an empty weight of the forklift. And then we're going to do a follow-up video here at some point explaining why we went with a Grouser blade opposed to buying a Degelman. And then we're also going to go into explaining why we added the weight that we added to that tractor. So with that being said, folks, I want to thank you for watching. And we will catch you at the next video. So what do you think, Nathan? The visibility gonna suck on that or what?
It's gonna take getting used to that.
It's gonna take getting used to. She's a heavy hog.
she is.
62,000 pounds. For some reason, I'm coming up with 14,000 pounds with the blade and the duals. So I've got to figure out, I've got to weigh that forklift without a dual. Well, we weighed it with one dual, so we've got to weigh the forklift and we'll figure out. I think they're about 1,100 pounds, but it's hard to believe that blade would be 11,000 pounds. No
A lot
way.
there.
You know what we got to do? We got to take the blade off on the scale. That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to do that. We've got every other number. But old Christian, he overdid himself.
Yeah.
I told him to take one section off. He goes down through the whole thing. He was having such a field day with them tools that he bought.
Yeah.
All right, that'll do her.